they're going to receive everything that they wished for you. Praying by Kesha could be very significant. It's like maybe the last thing they said to you was, you'll be nothing and nobody without me. Been there, okay? There's this energy where you're about to see how fully broken these people are for coming up against you. You're about to realize like their narcissistic tendencies are from broken inner child energy. And the way that you're going to overcome, the way that you're going to stand 10 toes down wouldn't have been able to happen without them coming up against you. And for a lot of you guys, this could have been your own family. This could have been your own parents, a mother figure. And the reason why you are going to be blessed, highly favored, and chosen is because of the way you choose to still be a good person, to still be a loving, kind, nurturing, understanding, overcoming energy. You have overcome this. Okay, maybe they said you'll be nothing and nobody without me. And this forced you into your dark side. Maybe you had a dark night of the soul. Maybe you really struggled with anxiety and depression and sleepless nights. But the way that you're going to overcome and you overcame this darkness and this destruction and forward movement, the way you had to be strong, some of you guys, you've been alone. You really, what they manifested for you, nothing and no one until you found yourself, until you prayed for yourself and maybe even for your enemies. And you overcoming is going to launch you into your highest destiny, because you cannot understand true happiness without knowing true darkness. Without knowing what it's like to truly have everybody go against you and turn on you, maybe for your psychic gifts, maybe for your knowledge. I get a lot of questions. Why? Why do they come up against me? Why do they work against me? Why do they hate me? Because you cannot be manipulated. You have psychic gifts and abilities, and you see through people's masks. People feel so heard and understood if they're ready to be on that level, but a lot of people are not. A lot of people are lower vibrational and karmic and are not here for the right reasons. They're earth souls. And you make people feel vulnerable. That's why a lot of times they choose not to be around you. They choose not to continue to have a relationship. Abandonment wounds can be very significant, and that's where you turn to your spirit team. Like, I feel like for a lot of you guys, your best friend is really God, source, universe, angels, and your spirit team, because you know how truly supported you are. Like, trigger warning, a lot of y'all would have clocked out of life if it weren't for your faith. Maybe that's how bad 10 of Swords, 10, it's like it doesn't get any worse than this. Maybe that's how bad the betrayal was, the smear campaigns, people coming up against you. But now you're stepping in empowerment. Now you're stepping in change, 333. And this is meant to help many people. I'm hearing like your pain is about to bring you to your ultimate power. Wow, tell me more, angels. Ultimate power, like you have a story to tell. For a lot of you, you are meant to go on this app and speak your story. You are meant to write a book. You are meant to start a podcast. People are going to feel everything that you've lived through, and many people have lived through similar experiences. I'm hearing even if others have told their story and you have a similar story, it's your sauce. It's the way you do it. It's what you have to say. Like, I'm hearing some of you guys, like, people really went against you for no reason other than you being yourself. Other than being jealous of your psychic gifts and abilities. I'm feeling a grandma or a great grandma coming in. Okay, she's saying, keep going. Keep going, you have my gifts. I'm hearing some of you guys also come from a long line of feminine energies that were used and abused for their psychic gifts. Maybe put into mental psychoco hospitals. And look, I didn't even realize with this particular deck, the swords are in his head. So maybe people like gaslighting and manipulating you to make you feel like you're not psychic, you're not intuitive, but you are. And that is your story. That is your story, okay? Been there, done that, myself as well, because you are meant to be like a leader. You are meant to be the center of attention. And I'm hearing like for a lot of you guys, especially if you were bullied, especially if people heavily came up against you in childhood, high school could be significant, middle school, even elementary school could be very significant. People came up against you because they knew you were special. They knew you had certain gifts that you could see right through them. Divergent, maybe neurodivergent, neurospicy. You stand out. You are unique. People want to be you. I'm hearing the people that bullied you because they wanted to be you. The people that hurt you, that came up against you, your parents, jealous, wanted to be you. And some of you guys are sitting here like, why? There's nothing special about me. But there is. I'm hearing if only you saw what other people saw about you, you would be even further in your power. If only you saw how God Source Universe saw you, you would be further in your highest timeline. Yeah, there's this energy now, like you're being forced to like follow your own path. Like, and I'm hearing from a higher level perspective, some of you guys were bullied and went through heavy trials and tribulations in childhood, especially with parents and family, because you were meant to be a trailblazer. You were meant to speak your truth. You were meant to do things differently. You were meant to stand in your own power. And you can't do that if you're afraid of what other people think. You can't do that if you're afraid. I'm hearing like the voice for the voiceless, creating change, humanitarian energy, standing up for what's right, shifting and shaking not just the world around you, but some of you guys are meant to be a household name. Some of you guys are meant to shake and move, confirmation hiccup, the literal world. Everybody, everything. Speaking your truth, Three of Pentacles, creating change because you've learned how to love yourself. You've learned how to honor yourself regardless of how other people feel about you. Do you know how many underdogs? There are stories of like millionaires who were heavily bullied by their parents and their family, who now are millionaires, who now own multiple businesses, who now like, they don't have to look back. Because when you stay in your power, that's when the world changes and you are the change. I love you. Just keep shining. You've got this, baby.